I'm right here in my chair. Oh no. Oh, look. I had the camera facing nowhere on YouTube. It's Thursday. Thursday is my second most favorite day of the week. Friday is my first favorite day. Thursday is my second favorite day. Saturday is third. Sunday is fourth. Wednesday is fifth. Tuesday, sixth. Monday, seventh. So every morning, I'm Adrienne Wood. I have a book coming out with two good friends, Carrie Curiello and Kate Swenson. And every day, I have 13 days left until Autism Out Loud is released to the world. I am doing a chapter reveal. And today we are on chapter 2. So we've done introduction, chapter 1, which is who we are, and chapter 2. Chapter 2 is a really important chapter, and it's probably the chapter that I most would have wanted when I got the diagnosis for Amos, because the chapter is Diagnosis Day. So it's an important chapter. And what is in Autism Out Loud, what I think is interesting is that you could, my friend Carrie Curiello went over the table of contents on her page the other day. And you could really be like, oh, there's the chapter I want to read, education, or there's what does the future look like, or there's Diagnosis Day, or there's anxiety. Diagnosis Day was a big one because, and I've told this story so much that it's ad nauseum that you've probably heard it, but I drove to Barnes & Noble to get my book, and I couldn't find a book. The only book I found was this dad had written it about his daughter that had Down syndrome, and I bought it because I was like, there's no book. Where's the book? And there wasn't a book. So now I just imagine a mom or a dad or a teacher or a grandparent or a neighbor walking in and being like, oh, Autism Out Loud, Life with a Child on the Spectrum from Diagnosis to Young Adulthood. I'm going to get that book. So yes, you can read the chapters independently. And in each chapter, you have 3 voices. So you have Kate, who has 4 children. Her oldest has autism, Cooper, he's 14. You have Carrie, who has 5 children. Her second oldest has autism. Jack, he's 20. And then you have, or almost 20, then you have Amos, who is the youngest of 4, and was diagnosed at about 3.5, kind of later. Jack was 18 months, and I think Cooper was maybe about 3 too. So we each read kind of, and if you order it on Audible, you get to hear us reading our parts, which I think is pretty powerful. So anyway, chapter 2 is Diagnosis Day. And Kate really kind of starts, Kate, and different ones of us start different ones. Hold on, I've got to, there's somebody from Wicked on here. You know, it's so funny how there's like basement dwellers, and they just jump on YouTube, and I don't understand what they're doing. They come on and they make these weird comments, and you think like, do you have a job? Are you in school? Or I wish Trump would like clean out the basement dwellers of YouTube. If he's going to clean anything out, that would be the best. And Instagram, the people that want to join the nudies want to join your videos on Instagram. I mean, if you let somebody join your video on Instagram, I guarantee you they have on no pants. But nobody ever wants to join a video on Facebook. So I don't know why it's Instagram. But anyway, chapter 2. So Kate says, I often say your child has just been diagnosed with autism. Maybe it came as a shock, maybe not. Maybe like me, you already had an idea that something was going on, but you still felt the sting of the words when they were said out loud in relationship to your own child, the Autism Club. She talks about when the psychiatrist said, you know, you have this diagnosis, and part of her wanted to say, no, thank you. You keep that. We're good. But in my part, and we talked about this on our trifecta earlier this week, which I shared. So I've just been reading like a little blip of mine. Finding a diagnosis had been awfully important until the moment I got the wrong one. On a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it that you find a diagnosis for Amos? The doctor asked. Her coat was crisp white and her embroidered name was followed by several initials. 7 years ago, autism became a part of my story. An evaluation for autism spectrum disorder doesn't just get penciled in on one's calendar. Months and years in many cases go by, and parents struggle to figure out what and why and where and how. So I really kind of go through the process of what it was like to look for that what and how it was hard, you know. Um, anyway, that's chapter 2. And tomorrow we will be on chapter 3. What is chapter 3? I sort of love this because now I'm like remembering. Chapter 3. Chapter 2 is sort of short. Well, let's see what's chapter. Chapter 3 is a good one too. That is this new normal. And that was big. What is the new normal? You know, what is the new normal? And I start with finding out I was pregnant with Amos. Latasha. So I'll tell that story tomorrow because it's funny. Yay, Latasha ordered it on Audible yesterday. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we are just in the final countdown. We will start off the book tour in Stillwater, Minnesota at the Lowell Inn, and then we will head to New York and we'll be at the Corner Bookseller on April 1st evening. And then we have a kind of a surprise thing on April 2nd in New York. And then Kate will be in Pennsylvania April 5th. Adrian will be in Alexandria, though I don't know what I'm doing parent teacher conferences. And then April 11th, I have 100 people coming to Edenton. April 10th, I have a book signing in Edenton at the Barker House. Really excited about that. April, we have something else, I think. Do we? No, I think then it's Easter. May 1st will be in Raleigh. May 2nd will be in Naperville. In May, the middle of May will be in Austin, Texas, and San Antonio. Is that about it? I think that's about it so far. Jupiter, Florida in the fall. I think we'll all be doing, Kate and Carrie will be in Buffalo the weekend of Amos's spring break. Amos and I are not going to Buffalo. We are going to Miami. Yeah, so the three of us will be probably by ourselves sometimes when we're kind of near our homes, because I want to go to as many bookstores as I can nearby. And if anybody has an event, I know, I'm doing something with the North Carolina Public School Forum right in May. When is that going to be? Oh, either at the end of May or June, and it's going to be a fundraiser for them. So I don't make any money, but it'll raise money for public schools, and hopefully teachers will come out, and we're going to try to get kind of a sponsor a teacher program, because I really do want teachers to have access to this. I've been emailing with somebody, a faculty member of the UNC Dental School, so I'm kind of working that angle too of wanting, like, how awesome would it be if every first year dental class got a copy of this book and I had 20 minutes just to talk to them, and the same at every medical school, who will be in Raleigh. So in Raleigh at Meredith College, it will be Kate Swenson and Adrian Wood. The Public School Forum one, I don't know yet. Would you prefer we buy off Amazon or Valley Booksellers? I love an independent bookstore. I think Valley Booksellers has all of our signed. We're all going to sign those books. So I think that's kind of special. So that's up to you. I always prefer to buy from an independent bookstore, but that's just me. So, any questions? Can't wait to meet you three in Minnesota. Yay. And I reached out to the school system in Stillwater, and I can't, it's very difficult to like break into school systems. Like, I just want them to like encourage teachers to come, sharing with other parenting blogs. Yes, we are trying to do that. We have a launch team of 250 people. In fact, I think on Friday night, Kate and I are going to do a launch team Zoom. Yes, DG's. DG's is a bookstore down at Morehead City. And I was just thinking today, I need to see about doing a book signing at DG's. So, yes, definitely going to do that. But somebody asked me about doing a book signing at the toy store down there, which would be better because then I could take Amos to the signing because Amos loved a toy store. So, I might actually do it there instead, just for fun. Every time I sneeze, Amos says, "Bless you." What is bless you? You have a cold. Do I? It's like you speak in riddles. The Country Bookshop in Southern Pines would love to have you. Well, people just need to send me an email. We have autismoutloud@gmail.com. Does it help with sales if I pre-order Audible? Yes, it helps with sales. I do not know how people sell books. I am boggled. Like, I want to write a book about how in the devil people sell books. Yes, Teacher's Pet. That's where I think I was going to do it. I tried to buy a book from the store offering signed copies and could not. Now, I don't know why. So in North Carolina, you can buy a book from Quail Ridge Books, which is in Raleigh, and it has book plates. So they call it a book plate, which why in the hell they use that language? Because nobody in the world knows what that is. They take a sticker and we've all signed it and they paste it in the book. So it's an autograph book. It's just not on the book page itself. But who cares? To me, it doesn't matter. But anyway. So you can do that at Quail Ridge Books. How about Farrington? I've been talking to somebody about doing something in Chapel Hill. And I need to work on my biggest problem is time management or not having enough time to manage. So this summer, like if I drive one of my children to tennis camp in Wilmington, then I'm going to try to do something in Wilmington. Have you contacted Politics and Prose in DC? No, I have not, but I should. But I have not. But that would be good. And that might be something that I do when I go pick up the kids at the end of the school year. Have you contacted the Today Show? I have not contacted the Today Show, but we have HarperCollins as our publisher. So they work on national media stuff, which is good. Yeah. I would love to be on the Today Show. We'll see. Yeah, it's good. Charlotte. I would go to Charlotte. I'm mainly interested in somebody planning and just telling me where to be and when. And I smile. What I would love to do is to have somebody say, we want a speaker, and Adrienne is willing to come for free if we buy 300 books. So all we have to do is buy 300 books at cost, and she'll come for free. So we're going to get a great, fun speaker for our event. So there you have it. That's what I really want. And I'm not like dying to go around and speak. I probably speak the last of the three of us just because I find it difficult to travel around. But maybe that part of my life is changing a little bit. Because now I'm a caregiver to an almost 90-year-old, and he loves to go places. So I'm like, shoot, he would love to go drive around and to go to book signings with me. Angel has an idea about a book, something, something, something. Sent you a message, so I would know to send the message. I would say to email autismoutloud@gmail.com or tales of an educated debutante at gmail.com. You need an agent. Oh, we have an agent, but an agent doesn't plan events. That's a publicist. And we have an in-house publicist, but we didn't hire an out-house we didn't hire an additional publicist. which you're right, it would be nice. I just pre-ordered your book on Audible. Yay! Good. Yeah, and I just think, oh, I just want every teacher to have access to it. Yesterday in the carpool line, one of our teachers at school came up and was like, I'm so excited about your book. I was asking Amos's teacher, and she said she already got a copy. She did get the very first signed copy from Amos, and actually the only signed copy from Amos so far. I work in EC for Martin County, and I will certainly travel between four. I will spread the word. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you, Amanda. Yeah, and Amanda, if there's ever a time for me to come and talk or do, if y'all have Title One money and you want to do like something on a teacher training day, I would love to come and do it. So usually schools get different kind of pots of money for different things, and you don't have to pay me, but to buy the book, and you get it at cost. I think when you order a bunch of them, I think that's right. Or I could probably get them to you at cost. Will you be in Maryland? Not as far as I know so far. My mother has an outhouse publicist. Mom, are you my outhouse publicist? She might be. She's my in-house publicist. Ordered. Yay. Which bookseller in DC? I don't have one yet. But I have a very good friend outside of DC, and she said she could help me do something. So I need to work on that. I think I'll do that in May. The VP of PR for the Today Show is from Raleigh and went to Broughton. No, I did not know this. Ann Wood Murphy Lewis. I need to get some digits for that person. Digits McSmidgets. I had no idea. That's awesome. Y'all have a good Thursday. I am going to, what am I going to do? Serve lunch at Rotary. We have the last remaining men's only Rotary group in the country, and I am serving lunch. I have 2 weeks where I serve lunch. And Rotary, we make a lot of money on Rotary, and we give it to camps in the diocese, and it goes to lots of very good things. So I'm doing that. Because it's important. I also like to keep my nose to the ground of what's happening at Rotary. So maybe I'll take my book there. Used to work for a speakers bureau. Love to host you at the venue I work for. Ooh, tales of an educated debutante at gmail.com, Denise. Will you publish a copy on the CD for listening in the car? What you talking about, Willis? I don't think they do that anymore. No, I think you have to buy it on Audible and listen to it on your phone. Yes, I got a whole bag of keychains and I was going to use them for my weekend, but then people complained they didn't get enough. So I think we'll do a little sale for them and maybe people will buy them and we can donate the money for like to give books to teachers. Nurse Gina comes today. Subscribers, be on the lookout for Nurse Gina this afternoon, probably around 3 p.m. Carry on.